Okay, so like I said, we'll be creating this application throughout this playlist with GraphQL managing our data retrieval and manipulation. Now, there's several different moving parts to this app, so I just want to briefly go over all of the different parts and technologies we're going to be using, because I always think it's a good idea to have an overview of everything that we'll be working on and how everything is all fitting together. Okay, so first of all, we'll be making a GraphQL server on Node.js using Express. And this is where we'll describe how our graph looks, the different types of data on our graph, books and authors, and the relationship between those data types, how GraphQL can walk from one to another. We'll also set out the different entry points into the graph, that is, where a query can enter and land on the graph, and what information can be retrieved from it. So all that stuff is going to go onto Node.js using Express and GraphQL. So once we've done that, we'll be then hooking up our GraphQL server to a MongoDB instance on MLab, and this is where our data will actually be stored, okay? So MLab is just an online service that allows us to quickly generate a MongoDB instance. So it's an online database, if you like, for MongoDB, and it just saves all the setup of creating a database locally. So once we've done all the back end there, we're then going to move on to the front end, and we'll be creating a client-side app using React, which will then be able to make queries to our GraphQL server and retrieve data back, which we can then show in the browser. Now on the front end also, we'll be using this thing called Apollo right here, and this is kind of like the glue layer for GraphQL, and it allows us to use GraphQL on the front end inside React. We'll learn more about that later on. So that's kind of like the whole stack from afar and the different technologies we'll be using. Now, the good thing about GraphQL here is that it's platform agnostic, and that basically means that you don't have to use it with specific technologies like React. It can just as easily be used with Angular or Vue on the front end, or whatever you prefer on the front end as well. Likewise, we don't need to use MongoDB to store our data. We could use something like a SQL database if we wanted to, or even a mixture of both. It doesn't really matter what technology we use. The idea behind it is still the same. Now, I've chosen this stack because I think it's a good one which works well for our needs in this series. So that there is how our project is going to look. Now, to begin with, we'll be creating our GraphQL server on Node.js. But before we do that, I want to give you a little preview of how making requests from the front end actually works. And we'll be doing that using a tool called GraphQL. All right. So GraphQL is kind of like a dummy front end application that allows us to test out our GraphQL server over here and make requests to the GraphQL server and retrieve data back. So I'll be giving you an overview of that in the next video and just making some sample requests from the front end so you can get your head around how they're all working.